Are you doing? My God, it's been ages, guys. It's been forever. I know. And most times when I come live like this, I always tell you guys, I'm not going to do this again. I'm going to try not to do this again. But something just happens, and I find myself not being able to be here for a very long time. Sometimes exhausting, but we're here. We're here. And I decided to come live today. Let me raise this up for my guys on Instagram, on Facebook. Sorry. I think it's too low. You guys can barely see my face well. I think it's better now. So I decided to come live today and just touch bases with you guys. I decided to come live today to touch bases with you guys, basically, and I'll tell you why in a minute. I'm just trying to see how many of us we can get in here, so that we can really have a fun time on this conversation. So there's this controversy that's been going on for a while now. Normally, I almost never, I almost never join in on social commentaries. Just connecting my Instagram fams. Hi Instagram fams, how you guys doing? Hi YouTube, how you guys doing? So it's been ages, like I said at the beginning, and this particular topic has brought me out of um, my sabbatical, away from being on live. Fabulous Niger, here I see you, and I just had to jump on it. Yawa spectators. I see a lot of people are coming in on Instagram. Thank you for coming in. And I decided to jump on it because it's been brewing in my spirit for a few days. You know, Also because I work with young people, I am one of my favorite people in the world are teenagers and young adults. I love them to death. I love them so much. I love everything about them. I love their complexities. It can be annoying, but honestly, just being able to embrace their complexities empowers you with the ability to shape human lives. That is why, as a psychologist, I'm happy about the job that I do. I'm excited about my job. I don't take it for granted. It's something that connects to me deeply. And this particular topic touched me because it touched young people, if you know what I mean. It touched around the mindset and the ideology of affecting young people. So there's this, you all know the controversy going on around the popular song No Turning Back by Gaze Baba and Lawrence Oyor. And it's been crazy. Everybody has had something to say. A lot of them, a lot of them not so sensible, a lot of them not so wise. However, I'm going to talk about it because the investment that we're placing on the lives of these young people, the investment that we're placing on them is important that we get it right. That investment is needed. That investment is needed to ensure that we do not lose the next generation. That investment is integral to whether or not we can harness the future of the next generation. Now, we say a lot of things, Gen Zs do not have work ethics. They do not have stamina. They do not have drive. Gen Alpha, even more complex. And if you are giving birth to a baby or you're having a child in, between 2022 and now, generation beta, beta, is it better? Better? Yeah, BETA. Generation beta is not going to get any better, if you know what I mean. And we are whining. We have a lot to say. But the question is, who is investing into the next generation deliberately? So one of the largest influences on young people is pop culture. Yeah. I'm a teens coach in a ministry where I serve. And our, what I call it, motto is promoting Christ culture. Because we are aware that pop culture is the bane of what draws young people away from their true essence. So music, what they're watching, videos, games, all of these things play a large influence. Social media plays a large influence on these young people. It shapes them, it forms their interaction, it forms their ideology, it forms their values. Because guess what? Young people are no longer taking their values from you. I'm trying not to shout this morning. They're no longer taking their values from you because we, the custodians, the caregivers, the parents of young people are not really investing into their lives the way we should. So they're taking their values away from the family system, which is a great error on its own. So now there are people out there who are influencers, who are working with young people, whether spiritual or secularly, or they are motivating, they're inspiring. I have a lot of them follow me on my page. I'm a part of a teens coaching community where there are a lot of teen mentors and people who are helping young people discover themselves. Now, why am I taking this route to talk about this Gaze Baba video and with Lawrence Oil, that song? I'm going somewhere. Just stay with me. If you have not invited someone here, share this live. Let's get in as many people into the live. This conversation is going to be interesting. I promise you, I've not been here in a while. So if something brings me out of my sabbatical to come talk about it, then you know that it is a strong pain point for me across board. So, in recent times, in the last 6 months, yes, to be precise, I have dealt with about, if I'm not exaggerating, 6 to 7 cases of young people who are struggling with finding purpose, who are losing meaning for their lives. They don't have a reason to be here, if you know what I mean. And it's causing their mental health to decline. They don't see themselves in the big picture. They don't see themselves contributing to society. They don't see their place in the future of the environment that they live in or the country they are a part of. They don't have any motivation, internal motivation. That is why a teenager or a young adult generation, Alpha generation, Gen Z's generation, Beta, they need a lot of intrinsic motivation. They need a lot of affirmation. They need a lot of reassurance. If you're working with a Gen Z, you need to give them as much. Statistics show that in a day, you need to give them as much as 6-7 praise moments. Yes. Yes. Oh, your hair is nice. Oh, that was really good. Oh, that was my generation. If you got 1 in 6 months, you were good. Because they do not have the mental toughness and the resilience that is needed to carry the the chaos around us. Our lives are very chaotic in the moment. I don't care where you live. There's one issue or the other that is dragging you and is dragging me. From societal drama to social media sagas to climate change to lack of self-identity to crippling mental health amongst young people and young adults. These things are real. And if you're listening to me and you're like, this does not concern me, let me shock you, it does. If you have a young adult, they're probably struggling. The difference is they're not going to tell you because you have not made yourself available. Until there's a crisis, then you start to look for someone like me to book sessions to come and deal with a 31-year-old who is afraid to leave their house because of social anxiety. Or a 20-year-old who is struggling with OCD, acute OCDs, because nobody is really paying attention to what is happening around us. In case you did not know, I've come to announce to you that mental health is the next pandemic. It's creeping up on us faster than we know. Yes. And the challenges are becoming overwhelming because we do not have a pool of mental health certified professionals. I didn't say there are no mental health professionals. I'm talking about certified. I'm talking about schooled, if possible, beyond just certifications. Psychologists, trained psychologists. I'm talking about psychiatric doctors who have been skilled and schooled to handle mental health challenges. We don't have enough. And when we do have, and you see a young person struggling, you don't have the tools to even diagnose what is going on. You just label them difficult. August is coming. From the end of July, I am in about 6 or 7 boot camps across the continent. We're going to be in the UK today, this year as well. So if you're in the UK, I am coming to you. I'm coming to your what's that thing? Your region. I'm going to be in your region. You might want to have your young lady, because the camp in the UK this time around is the Empower Girls Camp. We're dealing only with females, with girls and young adults. So we have all of this going on. Then we now have agents of socialization like Christian culture, Christian communities that are investing into the lives of young people to give them meaning and purpose, to realign them from some of the challenges they are struggling with currently. They have the tools of behavior modification. It might shock you. You see, that song is a fantastic behavior modification tool. I've decided it is infectious. It has an identity. It gives a sense of belonging. Did you see the video of that song? I have decided to follow Jesus. No. Even me, I've done like 5 videos of that song at my age. But you would rather pick a song that has a good vibe, that can connect to these young people. You would rather pull it apart and define it as non-spiritual. Assistant Holy Spirits, this video is for you. Please, if you know them, help me call them. Let them gather in. Because if I had my choice, I would open a WhatsApp group for them and take all of them through mental health support. Because if you think that anything that helps young people identify to God or find a sense of belonging or find their identity a bit more is not of God, then you need therapy. You need mental health support. Yes. You are a narcissist. Yes. Quote me anywhere. And if you fall into this class that you have stigma against this song, it's okay. It's fine. But keep it to yourself. That's my only caveat. Someone is doing something, you're not doing anything, but you can pick at it that someone wore a bandana, they are not born again. The song, they are playing it in the club, so it's not a godly song. Hello, has Jesus stopped being Lord for both saints and sinners? Or has the agenda changed? When he says, go ye into the world and make disciples, tell me, has the agenda changed? If songs like this don't resonate in the clubs, who's going to save the people in the clubs? We should leave them to go to hell. I'm confused. Because somebody wore a bandana and another one had red hair. By the way, some of these assistant Jesus Christ were wearing polo tops and jeans. Are you sure you are going to heaven? I don't know where you get the identity of what looking like a Christian looks like. Because if we're going to follow the dictates of the Bible and we're not living contemporary Christianity, you yourself, your outfit might not take you to heaven. Let's go back to the Bible. Let all of us wear tunics. Let some of us stop leaving our hair opened. Let's go back to cave life behavior in the essence of helping the Holy Spirit. Because it worries me, honestly. Who is going to save these young people? So that song has resonated with every young, I'm talking children, and child with that song. They love it. It gives them an alternative to watching anime or K-pop and all of these things that young people watch that does not give any sense of identity. They're still struggling. They are depressed when they're done watching it. So for some of you that are sitting on the fence, you have not spoken about it, you're a social commentator, you have a lot to say, but you're choosing to pass by and say nothing. Just remember that the stake of the next generation, the stake is high on the next generation. Somebody needs to be speaking to them. If you're not speaking to them, send your money. Allow people who are working with young people, let them chant, let them dance, let them sing. So far as the lyrics of the song and the spirit behind the song is Jesus and his lordship, it counts than not having an identity. Yeah. Nature abhors a vacuum. If you do not give a young person a cause to chase, a vocation to thrive in, something to volunteer on, you do not give them a direction to drive in, a purpose to burn in their bones, the distractions around them will drown them. Would you rather we lose our young people to drugs, to vices, to addiction? Would you rather than allow them to be influenced in whatever form? Because if your Christianity does not cause change, you are not a Christian. Yes, yes. There are still people going to church, but they have only surrendered some. They are in the pews. They are in your departments. In fact, immorality is at its all-time high, even in our centers of worship, because our Christianity is not reaching the recipients. It's not. It's not. So let's lend our voices to this conversation. Let's share this video. If you're on YouTube, share this video with as many people as you can. Let it resonate. Lastly, as I round up today, because I don't want this video to be too long, your young adult's identity will be formed from the kind of role models that they engage. It is quite surprising that when you ask young adults for their role models, parents, this shot is for you. They don't mention you. You are not their role model. They don't like anything about your life. They are not inspired by your life. You are not doing enough to stimulate deliberately the future of your child, your young adult, your teenager. You're not doing enough. They don't mention you. They don't like your journey. It doesn't resonate to them. It doesn't highlight values to them. And you are asking this young generation, the takeover generation, like I like to call them, to look at you and follow you. They're not going to do that. They're not. They're not. Your results as a model will determine where your child will be. So if you're watching me and you are the caregiver to any next gen person, be very deliberate how you live your life. Stop telling them what to do. Show them how it's done. If you're asking them to get good grades, go back to school and bring home a good grade. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. Yes, you. You have always wanted to read that law. Go back and read it. Yes, I'm talking to you. No, don't look behind you. It's you I'm talking to. You have always wanted to take that certification. Go and take it. You want to take that trip. Take that trip. You want to try a new career path. 360. Jump on it. You're not too old. You know why? They're watching. They're watching. They need you to achieve. They need you to become so that they can become. If you are not becoming, you do not own the right to hold your children to becoming. I said it. Quote me anywhere. And that's what we now term generational curses. I laugh a lot. It's not curses, it's trauma. They watched you fail and they learned how to fail. It doesn't require 3 nights of prayer and fasting and deliverance to stop generational failure. Let one person actually drive through the failure, fail forward, and actually start to win. Then you will have generational winning. The devil can't stop you. Yes, he can't stop your family. He can't stop your children. But you have a part to play. I need you to win. Because when you win, the young people that I have in your house, my young people, because they're mine, I like them. I like to relate with them. They drive me crazy. I've got a bunch of them everywhere. At work, I have some. In church, I have some. In my house, I've got 4 of them. Everywhere I go, I connect to young people. I take my books along. By the way, if you're yet to get copies of my book for your young adult and your teenager, in fact, you help me understand my personality, help me chit chat, help me master my emotions, and of course, the art of small talk. By the way, for the very first announcement ever, my new book will be dropping sometime in September. I'm writing already. I'm not ready to let the cat out of the bag. But just know that it will take your growth mindset game and accelerate you as a young adult, as an adult, whatever age group you are. This book will get you accelerated. Yes, I'm writing about the growth mindset and I'm taking it seriously because too many people are fixed in their thinking. That's why you wake up and judge something that is doing so well and making so much impact. It shows you need help. So let's help as many people as possible. Thank you for joining everyone on Instagram. I see my YouTube lovers. There's so many of us online. Please drop an emoji, drop some likes. Let me know you are there. How has the conversation been for you today? If you're on Instagram as well, let me know you are there. What has resonated for you today in today's discussion? I will be back soon. I hope sooner than I hope. The last time I was on here was about 2 months ago or 3 months ago. I'm hoping I'll be back soon. But remember, winning looks amazing on you. Win. Young people win. Old people win. All of us win. Bye. Thank you for watching. It's your acceleration coach. Bye. And if you're just joining me on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, share. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Why would you watch something like this and not subscribe? Bye.